to another STEELEPLAY. I think I may have been able to fix my mic for the time being. I hope you enjoy the show, and as we go on, we're picking up with Act 2 here in Eastpool. I officially declare this Act 2 because, well, I mean, pretty self-explanatory. This is definitely the second act of the game now. We are full swing in Act 2 now. And with that being said, we have a whole new shitload of stuff to grab, like new equipment as well. We have the Invictus, we have the Median Cross, and Median Bond. So obviously we have a whole shitload of new stuff to take a look at. But we still haven't gotten a favor of Titan yet. I was reflecting a little while ago while I was smoking up, and I was writing some stuff down, like about yeah, there you go. So yeah, I was writing stuff down, and I was thinking to myself, like, I'm going in spoiler free, you know, so I was just making notes, right, as one would do into reflection. I always say a half-hour meditation and 10 minutes to 15 to 10, usually 10 minutes, 10 to 15 minutes. So 15 minutes of reflection a day and a half-hour meditation. It's always good. Well, 6 hours of sleep is good as well. Anyway, so yeah, I put down in my reflection time, the dominants one's chosen to rule over their icons of power, respectively. Icons are the wardens of Elysia and Twin Realms. 8 in total, until this was the rise of the dark icon Ifrit. Branded have been pretty much like, they are sort of like servants, they're treated as servants. The way I wrote it down, I put down that, what did I put down? I was really wet out, raining that before. Raining is a mother jumper, man. Yeah, here we go. So here we go. Mother crystals. I should just start with everything I got here. So, Celestia. The vortex is a big mystery, and we have to find out about that. Icons, pretty much like divinity in this game, right? Dominance, sort of like the angels and demons. Branded are sort of like right and wrong, or bad and good. And then there's bearers, sort of like the parents of them. And then you have Clive, who's the one, seems like he was chosen by God, it seems to be, to share with all to the world. Geography of this world, the layout, is sort of like I said. Rosalith is a duchy, or a duchy, which makes up part of most of the western mainlands. And Ironblood Kingdom, or Iron Kingdom, is an isle that runs alongside it. And they've been in constant struggle for a long time. In which they also have been standing against the other people as well, which is shared with the rest of the mainland. Going back to Rosalith again, Rosaria. Since it's shared with the southern mainlands of Dhalmekia, this is a shared territory, and thus the protection and bond between the Phoenix and Titan are sort of there, you know. And but the dominant there is questionable as to who the hell was going on there. Something obviously happened because Iron Kingdom is missing one. Iron Kingdom claims that Sheba is their dominant, and that Sheba's on the loose. So, but yeah, Dhalmekia is the southern mainlands, and then Titan and Sheba went at it, but I think it was a year of 876. I'll have to check that again though. Then we have Sambrique, which is the northern mainlands and peninsula. Right after that, we have Alode, which is an eastern port within the Deadlands of Ash, which is the eastern lands. Then in the year of 889, you know, Odin clashes with Bahamut. Then back in year 876, Ifrit clashed with Phoenix. But Phoenix is still somewhat around, right? And anyway, now we pick up from this point forward with all this new gear, which is a lot better than the stuff we had before. So we really, you know, We have to go back to Phoenix Gate. He even changes his, like, you know, attire and everything to, you know, so it's pretty obvious.
Well,
Let's stock up before we go. I would imagine we would need to, right? I could sell stuff, actually.
Oh, I won't say no.
Well, I wanted to get this as well. I want to get the Rook's Gambit.
I'm salad.
The Breath of Wind Rook's Gambit. Yeah, that's good. Equip that shit, yo.
Safe travels.
Well, because Rook's Gambit is actually really good. That's nice. Oh, I like that. Perfecto. Wait, did we get our potions though? We have to get those too.
Well met, friend.
Buy one high potion and we're good to go. I think this way, yep, this way. Alrighty.
You. Those are Elwyn's. You're his firstborn. Clive Rosfield.
Me, yeah. Oh, right, yeah, that's right. I'm Brandon.
You're the very image of your father. And that would be true even if you weren't wearing his clothes. The self-same garments Hannah was keeping for you, if I'm not mistaken. You always swore that you would never part with them until the day Elwyn's sons returned. And now that day has come. Why, you'll be able to take your bearers back as well. My bearers.
Right? My man.
Forgive me, Master Bear. I was a child when last I came to his court. I didn't recognize you.
That's all good.
If you recognized anything at all.
Right?
Much has changed since Rosaria fell to the Empire. Not least for the bearers who had served her noble families.
Right.
When the Iron Blood sacked Rosfield 13 years back, many who lost their masters fled here in search of sanctuary. And never returned. Aye. The plan was to send them home once we'd won back the capital. But then the Imperials arrived. Rosaria became a province of Sanbreque. The duchy was dissolved, and they no longer had any home to return to. Back in your father's day, any bearer who lost their master became a ward of the duchy. We'd hand them over to the sheriffs, and they'd be assigned a new position. But when we saw how the Empire treated their branded, we knew that wasn't an option.
Yep.
So they've been here ever since.
Yep. Yep.
They're yours by right, Lord Rosfield. By your late father. They'd be better off serving you than hiding here. Many of them used to serve your house.
I know.
Still considered the Rosfields their masters.
This is my answer.
Not anymore. They wouldn't be safe with me.
I understand. You'll forgive an old man his fanciful notions. Been daydreaming for too long. But still, I would ask a favor of you. a small mercy.
If it is within my power.
One of the bearers is an elderly fellow who still swears absolute loyalty to Archduke Elwyn. I don't ask that you take him into your service, only that you meet with him. Let him see that Elwyn's son still lives, and that he's as fine a man as his father ever was.
It would be my honor.
Thank you, my lord. He sits by the well most days, watching the people go about their business. If you could show him your face, I would be most grateful.
All right. Good.
As fine a man as my father.
I doubt it.
Different, you know.
Oh.
Especially dressed like that.
Nice, Jill.
Let's go and meet that bearer.
The one that's just like my father? That's wild, okay. Alright.
Where are you off to then? Or hasn't your master told you?
I don't have one.
I expect our
I don't have a master, that's the thing.
destination. Not to say it didn't have its charms. Take that tower. Relic of the
I drew my power from...
Must have stood there 1,000 years. And in all that time, no one's ever been inside.
Really?
Mysterious, eh?
Are you serious? No one's been inside here? Inside there? That's fucking weird. Why? I gotta check that out. Well, isn't that what we're doing now?
He's not here.
I feel like this is about ordeals part of the game of Final Fantasy XVI. It's like, you know, when Cecil gets to Mount Ordeals?
Someone must have seen him.
Similar. It's a very similar. It's a similar point in the story is what I mean. Right? I think we could all agree on that. At least I feel that way. But it's the notion I'm picking up. Very smart, honestly. How do we get in here now? We have to speak to the villages, I think. Let the word go around, right? Get word around town. We gotta get the word out.
Good day, milady.
I mean, if you don't get the word out, how are people gonna know? You can help us get into the lighthouse.
An elderly fellow.
Well, yeah.
Used to serve the Rosfields.
Mm-hmm.
Have you seen him?
Ah,
His name is... Yeah.
no. No sign of him today.
Really?
Funny. He's
Yeah.
usually down by the well at this
By the
hour,
bar? Okay.
picking up his fantasy
Gotcha. I know what... Okay. Georgie boy.
He worked in the kitchen at Rosalind's
I know where he
house
worked.
back in the
I know. I know what he did.
Thinks he's there now,
He worked at the legal office in Brooklyn. I know.
chatting away to the Archduke.
Yep.
Living
Yep.
in
He worked at that...
intrigue is
He worked at the law firm.
better there than here, I suppose.
My uncle?
Can't
He
imagine
worked at a law
nice
firm.
reason he's stopping to trade tales with a bearer. Can you?
And usually he's, yeah, doing his thing. He's out there somewhere. I don't know where he is. Yeah, he's exactly.
Have to stray too far.
Right.
Thank you.
Exactly.
Keep looking.
Mm-hmm. Thanks, Jill. I wish Jill were really with me, though, still, though. It'd be nice. But, yeah, I had a really good relationship with a girl named Jill. Jill Arakello. And the funny thing is, his name's Clive Rosfield. I'm like Michael Steele. Isn't that weird? Steele and Clive, they kind of insinuate the same thing. Steele is like steel, you know, Mike Steele.
For an elderly bearer.
To cut something down.
You wouldn't happen to have seen him.
Clive Rosfield, same thing, to cut something down. So similar. Mike Steele is a lot like Clive Rosfield in its own way.
If you don't mind me asking.
Just being honest.
You're not from the capital.
Like, he's got a lot of similarities to it. Mike Steele and Clive Rosfield.
Well, then it's a pleasure to meet a fellow Rosalindian. I was born and raised down Market Street. I
Really?
never would have left if Archduke Elwyn had survived the fire.
She's kind of cute.
They weren't the same when the Duchess
Yeah,
took
honest.
over, though. Oh, the beatings, the evictions. The
Isn't she
levies
cute?
going up and up and up, even as the blights look after harvest.
I just like girls who have brown eyes, and I like brunettes, that's all.
Telling you what you already know. I'm sorry. I'm afraid I can't help you with your bearer either. Though I do
Hazel,
know
green,
he
brown.
comes here every day.
almost as if he's
Usually
looking for
brown,
something.
though, or hazel.
We'll keep asking around then. Thank you.
Like that color. The color of the subtext there. You know? Like a yellowish color. Brownish yellow.
Hold on a mo.
But that's fine too, though.
Patrick the Chocobo Keeper might know where your bearer is. He's taken the old boy under his wing, so to speak. You should go and have a word with him.
But I
He'll be
like
in the
light
stables.
brown. Basically, like a light brown.
Thank
It's
you.
the best. The light brown. But blue is good too. If it's a light blue, is nice too. I mean, I just see the light. I lean towards that.
Making you do all this in my
Right? At least
Can't be
he.
helped if we're to keep up the pretense.
It's
Come on,
weird,
let's
but
head for the stables.
it all applies to me in real life. It's so weird, huh? Yo, I like the controls in this game. Really smooth, man. Definitely, this game so far is much better than 15. I mean, it is. I think it's the best Final Fantasy we've had in a long time, actually. And it may end up being one of my personal favorites. I don't know.
Could spare us a few bushels.
But there's a lot of similarities to this in my actual real life that I can relate to, that I have never been able to before. It's like a spitting image of my life. It's so crazy.
As I said, you couldn't have gone far.
Yeah, where is this guy,
You
man?
wanted to.
Right. That's what I'm saying, poor devil. He is a poor devil, right? Where is this poor devil, though? But I got other things to do anyway, so... Again, I'm not concerned too much with the poor devil. I'm more concerned with the rich prince. That, you know? Which is to say, this guy right here. Woo! I'm way more concerned about the rich prince. And that he's fairly distributing out his power, you know, evenly. And that's not where to go. It's all about the poor devil. But I'm sure he's not hurt. He's not in pain. The poor devil is fine. He's just poor and he's a devil. So he could wait.
Are you dressed up smart?
We're dressed.
Especially for a bear.
Yeah, well, I'm not.
Prince you look.
Oh, I'm a rich prince, actually. See what you said? But I'm not. I'm a rich prince. And the sooner they realize that, the sooner they realize they don't need those crystals anymore. They just have to find the power within. And that's exactly why Clive can do that. Because Clive has found the power within himself to rise above and beyond the icons and the brands and all that.
Where the bloody hell's he got to?
He's gone above and beyond.
Excuse me, but is something the matter?
It's this bearer I've been minding. I take my eyes off him for 1 minute and he disappears. He's not in his usual spot by the well, nor anywhere else in the village.
You
Huh?
must be Patrick.
I am, but...
And this bearer you're looking for, he's an elderly man who used to work in the Rosalith
Mhm.
yes?
That's
Yeah.
the fella. How'd you know all this? I've never seen you in Eastpool before, but you seem to know the place better than I do myself.
She knows it real well. Because she was a guest there for a good while. Like family, kinda. Yep. To stave off the invasion of the Iron Porch Kingdom, there was an alliance made.
So that's how it is.
Yeah.
Well then,
A huge
you're
alliance
acting under
thing.
orders of the mayor. You're bound to help me find him.
Yep.
He's been
Kinda. Honor bound, yes.
saying the sheriffs are coming to collect him, and that he needs
Technically,
to go back
yeah.
to the
Honor
castle.
bound.
I was supposed to watch over him, keep him out of trouble. But if he's walked out,
But that's on Jill, you know.
I
I don't know what honor she has, but I'm not a princess. I'm a prince.
You keep searching here.
So I just do what she says, and I kind of keep my place. Because I have all the power. You know, he has all the power, and she has all the authority, so I'm just gonna do what Jill wants me to do, kind of. Not like,
Concentrate on finding him.
you know, make sure she's safe, make sure that other people are safe, make sure we're all doing okay. Because it doesn't really matter who has what power, it doesn't make a difference. So long as it's being fairly distributed and nobody's becoming a victim to authority, then yeah. Or succumbing to silence, so on and so forth. Then it doesn't matter.
Still no sign.
That's why you need somebody to use for authority, and you need somebody for power. And that's why I said there's a place and a person for everything. Person, place, whatever. Animal, thing. Such a weird society though, huh? See, I don't want to fight these if I don't have to. Yeah, shit was. There we go. My bad. Nice. Awesome. And a Minotaur. Oh. Accident. Shattered. Oh yeah. Boosh! Bam! Boosh! Nice. Nice, extreme dust down. Damn. That's a lot of shit though, man. You gotta remember, hold on, I gotta remember. Triangle and X. I really should be using the simulator more. So I can learn more about, you know. Here we go, baby. See, that's an extreme lunge, so there are some differences. In which I gotta say the battle system is actually pretty good. I'm still learning though the best order of which to use the cooldowns and how to make use of the iconic abilities, obviously. Where is this guy, by the way? Oh, up, I think. You should put a marker out, though, on it, no? Seems like he's down a hill. And once you pick up momentum on the main world map here, you seem to move pretty quick. Even though it's a local map, it's still enough, you know? I think we gotta go down this way, yeah. See, in the, I believe, in enclosed areas, he doesn't pick up any wind. So there is a difference to when he's in an overworld, you know, in an overworld space or in an enclosed space. It determines on what local area you're in. The local map usually tells you, and sometimes there's some areas where you can't access a local map, which are in dungeons usually, enclosed dungeons, or in scripted, you know, areas.
Look, there's someone over there.
And then there's local map, like I said, local areas, enclosed areas and local areas.
Company.
We can't lead them to the old man. They need to die.
Yep.
Agreed.
It's easy, I think, to use magic with them.
Give them all you've got, boy. That's enough.
Immortal blow.
You know what to do, boy. It's over.
Bing. That's what I call getting good. Still silk and chopper.
Are you alright, my friend? Come on.
Well, he's still alive, so that's saying something, right?
You came for me. I
Oh,
waited for you so long. You finally came.
yeah, of course.
Not who
Not who
you
you think, though.
Clive.
Yep, I know. See?
Yes.
You see?
I forgive my
I
life
told
today.
you.
It's nothing, Your Grace. I prayed to the Founder that you would come. And at long
Because she has
last,
to speak
he
on behalf of
answered.
authority.
Will we be
And
returned to
he
the
needs to
castle then?
obligate
There is still a place
responsibility.
for me in the kitchen.
You know?
No, my friend. We will not be returning
In other
to
words,
the
he has
castle
to
yet.
be held accountable.
I'm on a very
While
important
she needs to
expedition,
make sure
one
she
which may take some time.
authorizes fairly,
You
so that the power is
wait
distributed out
in East
the right way.
until my journey is complete. I will come back for you then.
That's what I believe.
I promise.
Women are the
Of course, Your Grace.
authoritarians of the world,
I
you
will
know?
gladly wait until my dying day.
And men are the creators of I mean, it's like a, you know what I mean? Or one or the other. If men want to be the authoritarians, but I think men are the illustrators. Women are the authoritarians. You know, there's an author and there's an illustrator. I believe that women are the authors of the world.
Thank you, both of you. You've been
Females, they're the authors of the world.
The late Archduke was as one
And men are illustrators of the world.
now that
Like I said.
burns a little more.
It's not hard to really figure this out, though. And that's how you could, that's how you even out the power. By understanding
Damn sight better.
the authors and the illustrators. Let males be illustrators and let females be authors. Like it's always meant to be. Because that's what they're best at being, you know? And there's nothing wrong with that. I don't give a shit what I'd be. Author, illustrator, they're both good to me. Both really creative people.
We really do. But unless a miracle happens,
Well, you just open your eyes.
spare a crust of bread to share
Yeah.
soon enough.
Sucks, but he's right.
Is it really that bad?
Yeah.
So bad,
Uh-huh.
I even petitioned the Imperial garrison to take them.
Wow.
But when they found out where they'd come from,
Mm-hmm.
they damn near spat in our faces.
Ducal dogs.
Dogs, they called them.
Enemies of the
Enemies of the
hearth and
Empire.
home, right?
I know a man named Sid.
Who would gladly give a home to...
Leave this with me. As soon as I return from Phoenix Gate, I'll speak with him.
Thank you, my lord.
They finally utilized the tattoo idea, too. You know, the one that they've been holding on to since...
Again, if you have the time.
Not 13, not counting 13.
The future
But
and what
they wanted to use that idea in FF10, I believe it was. FF10, they really wanted to implement a tattoo-based system. You know, a battle system based over the tattoos that you got. Kind of like this system here, actually. When I think about it, that's kind of what they were shooting for back in Final Fantasy X. See, back in the day, yeah, back in the day, they were shooting to make something like this. I think this is the Final Fantasy that they were trying to make back with 10. You know, I always refer to 10 because 10 was the turning point. You know, 9 and 10. 9 and 10 were the turning points for Final Fantasy, without a doubt. And with them came a huge severance in the direction to which the the narrative would take in the franchise, in which the former being Final Fantasy X and the latter being FF9. Or I should say, actually, the former being 9 because I came first, then the latter being 10. 10 was always something they were striving to do, sort of something that was a project to be released almost kind of alongside 9, to try something different, so to speak. Just how, like, with 7 Remake, is playing it the safe, I guess you could say the tried and true method. That's what 9 was doing. It was making a game that used the tried and true method, pushing the platform to its ultimate limits, right? Well, beyond its limits, you know, to its ultimate power. Which is what the PlayStation 1 was doing when you were playing 9 back in the day. And that's why 9 was kind of icky at times, but you know, it's also a great game for certain things and certain reasons. But it could be sluggish at times. But they fixed it, I think, in the you know, the remastered version, because they ported it many times now. But again, 9 is catered to an audience that appreciated the older, suited Final Fantasy style, whereas 10 was in pursuit of something different that was never seen by Final Fantasy before. Similar to what they have done here with 16, they changed direction completely. You know, making it a complete and total action game, just like the way Final Fantasy X was a complete and total turn-based game. Most Final Fantasies weren't like that. You know, a lot of Final Fantasies were just the opposite. They were active time-based. Let's go to the dim, yeah, where we're going. And this game does remind me of 10. And it also reminds me on what made 10 so good, so controversial, and so commercialized and interesting. Like, quite literally, you know, a lot of interest was put into 10. And even to this day, it remains to be highly interested. A lot of interest was put into 10. 12 is finally getting the interest it deserves, but 10 really, I mean, here we are, the Deadlands.
They were this close.
Yep. That's another thing I wrote down is the Deadlands. Yep.
When the last drop is drained, their fields will turn to this.
Yep, no plants, no island life, just ash, dust.
And no monsters. I suppose that's one small mercy.
Ugh. Yeah, but animals are a beautiful thing, though. I think all things should be treated equally. I guess it's that. I guess what do you do when you can't contain the beast? You know? Then what? That's the big issue here, is what do you do when you can't contain the beast? In other words, what happens when you can't contain... In other words, what happens if an author couldn't, which they can't, what if, like, in other words, I don't know how to say this, but what if you can't contain the illustrator? Because you can't really. I mean, an illustrator could do whatever it wants. Because an illustrator is an author also, that's the thing, and that's why I'm saying an author can be an illustrator as well. It's not hard to figure out. If you're an author, then why aren't you not an illustrator?
We won't be able to use any magic here.
Nope.
Another thing to worry about. As if the absence of ether didn't cause enough problems.
It's not a problem.
Take away the lad's life force.
It's fine.
Problems are all that's left.
Yeah, exactly. Mm-hmm. He understands.
Imagine what this place used to look like before the blight took it.
I remember.
It was beautiful.
It was beautiful.
How would she know, though? She doesn't know anything. She's been sheltered her entire life, you know? And her view on life is probably very... I mean, if I'm being honest again, this is for mature audience, right? So... So, I mean, if this is for a mature audience, I just want to say that it seems to me that Jill Warwick was sheltered her entire life. Sheltered into being a mayor of sorts, you know, and this is a result now of her not really knowing a lot about the world, and her view on the world could be potentially hostile like that of a cat, you know, like a pet, or you know what I mean? Because so the way she looks at life, she could only imagine it being, I can imagine horrific, like she doesn't know anything beyond those walls, you know. Imagine being a person who never really got to experience the outside world. Then, you know, then you can understand. And only then can you understand. And that's a scary thing. It's like, yeah, wow. It's dark. Scary.
There it is.
And you can see why she makes such a good authoritarian, right? Or author. Because she never got to see the world from the outside of that box. Mm-hmm. Put it together.
It's time to discover the truth.
Right. And also remember, women are bearers of men. So, why can't men have that power to be the bearer of strength if women can be the bearer of men? That's my argument. If there was to be some sort of measurement here, because the only measurement to me is, well, if women are the bearers of men, then it's so therefore to say that men are the bearers of strength. Because it's the way it is. You can't have both. You can't be the bearer of strength and be the bearer of man. That's not fair. That creates what I call hello. Hold on.